You know, one of the hardest problems I have as an instructor is untraining the things that people have been trained in the past. And, you know, a lot of times I think people have great intentions, and maybe their dad, grandpa showed them how to shoot a rifle that they learned in the military. But, you know, a lot of people are doing rifle techniques on pistols. We have to make sure that as we go through this training, we understand that we're not shooting at targets 200-300 yards away. We're shooting at people probably 9 to 12 feet away. So with that in mind, our tactics are a little bit different for defensive shooting. Of course, we're talking about marksmanship, but if you can't hit the paper with good marksmanship, you'll never hit it when you're scared out of your mind in a dynamic environment. So as we move forward, make sure that we have our sight alignment, our sight picture, trigger control. Now we're at our breathing portion. Now, you might have been taught to hold your breath. We don't want to hold our breath. Holding our breath is not good physiologically. Now let me explain. When we talk about breathing or not breathing, breathing is the thing keeping you alive. And when people are in stressful situations, they're usually told, calm down, just breathe. So it is important we do that. But also understand a few basic concepts. Because we're not shooting 100, 200 yards away, we don't have those small mistakes aren't really quite that detrimental. Let me explain. If you held your hand out like this, and I told you take a deep breath and out, do it one more time. You see that the hand moves up and down. At 9 feet away, you're still going to hit your target if you're shooting at a person. So it is important that we understand that holding our breath manages the up and down. Also, when we hold our breath, we tend to be above what we call our natural point of aim. So if I told you to point straight out in front of you, there's a natural position that you do that. No one told you to go right here. However, if I took a deep breath and let half out, I would still be above my natural point of aim. So that's another reason it's important. Remember earlier I said I like to do all my training, it needs to be intuitive, which means reflexive, instinctive, right? So let's make sure we have our natural point of aim. Let's breathe normally. For regular shooting at short distances that you would in a self-defense situation, just breathe normal, all right? However, if you have to make that very deliberate shot, maybe across the cul-de-sac or wherever it is that you're at, we don't hold our breath, but our breathing patterns do have a natural respiratory pause. What's that mean? Well, imagine if you were pushing your kid on the swing and you were swinging back and forth on that swing. At what point in that swing are you standing still? Well, that would be at the apexes or when it changes direction. So when we take a deep breath in, we take a deep breath out. Before we breathe in again, that would be our natural respiratory pause. Now, I exaggerated that so you could see what I was talking about. However, understanding where that natural respiratory pause, that's your best bet in making that deliberate shot that's a little further than your typical pistol range.